ex-prisoners who gave you a second chance when you got out. When I got out, after 15 years, I had nothing going for me and no one to help me. But after a week of getting kicked out from shelters, I wandered into this community center to warm up. And that's when I saw Terry, a correction officer from my prison. I froze and figured he'd kick me out or call someone. Instead, he looked me dead in the eye and said, "You hungry?" That one word cracked something in me. I just nodded. He handed me a sandwich and a cup of coffee, and I ate. It's so fast I burned my tongue. Over the next few days, I kept showing up, and instead of asking why, he gave me little jobs, sweeping the front steps, moving boxes, and fixing a broken table in one of the back rooms. He watched me like he used to watch inmates. He was quiet and patient, waiting to see who I was. One afternoon, he asked if I knew how to change a faucet. I said I did, even though I was shaky about it. He tossed me a toolbox and said, "And go prove it. It wasn't perfect, but I got it. Done." He nodded once. That was his way of saying good job. From there, he started taking me on jobs with his crew. Yard cleanups, drywall, hauling junk for businesses that didn't care who did it, as long as it was done. At first, we barely talked. He wasn't the chatty type, but he noticed things. When he saw my hand shaking, he didn't ask, just quietly added gloves to his truck the next day. When I coughed up blood one morning, he drove me to the clinic without saying a word. One time, I screwed up a big paint job. I waited for him to yell, "Fire me" or something. He looked at it side hand, handed me a brush and said, "Do it again, this time slower." Eventually, we talked more. Little stuff like music, baseball, the time he caught a guy trying to smuggle out cigarettes in his sock one night. After we wrapped a job late, we sat in his truck eating drive-through burgers. I asked why he helped me. He looked out the windshield briefly, then said he broke up a fight once back when that kid was going to get jumped in the showers. "You didn't have to, but you did." I forgotten about that, but he hadn't. A year later, I had a small apartment, a bank account, and a phone with actual contacts. Terry and I are still good friends. He calls me his guy.